Hello, beautiful people. I am wanting to make this video today because I think it's important to share my journey because maybe somebody can relate to it, or maybe somebody can it might be feeling defeated, and just by sharing the information that I've experienced myself, I'm just really hoping that people can relate, or maybe they can share the information with somebody else. So, somebody that's going through something similar. The thing about chronic illness or autoimmune or symptoms that are mystery illness symptoms is that we don't have all the answers, right? We don't have all the answers now, and not one person is going through the exact same thing that somebody else is going through. So it's really difficult sometimes to decipher if what it is you are doing is actually working, just because we can experience symptoms from something that occurred, like a trigger or trauma. It could have occurred like 8 to 10 months ago. Anthony was talking about how you could lose your hair, and like something that happened a year ago. And I experienced some trauma back in June, and unbeknownst to me, I was feeling the effects of it now. So June, July, August, September, October, November, rolling into November, and that was 5 months ago, and I have been doing. I kind of fell a little bit off track of my healing. Not like being full in. I was still doing my celery, heavy metal detox and stuff like that, but I was missing some supplements, and I was just feeling a little defeated. I was living back in Canada, and things aren't made the same here. There are some different rules about supplements and so on, and things are, I wasn't familiarized, and so I was moving, just going through the transition and stuff. It's just put a lot of strain on me, and I've tried to stay really positive and optimistic, but at the same time, sometimes it's really challenging when your body isn't feeling like fantastic, like I really have to dig deep, and I've been digging deep in the past 3 weeks to try and like seriously do some soul searching, because my body has really challenged me over the last 3 weeks. It was like a month and a half to 3 weeks, and or 3 weeks to a month and a half. I think it got worse like 2 3 weeks ago, but it's been a little bit. But I was doing the intuitive cleanse with Muniza, and I wasn't feeling like amazing. Like, I wasn't feeling incredible and fantastic, and it had absolutely nothing to do with the cleanse, because her cleanse is like jam packed, full of information, guiding you, holding your hand step by step, all the resources, all the questions, charts, protocols, journals, everything you need. But I just wasn't feeling like amazing, like I wasn't feeling this incredible. And I really need to emphasize the importance of this, because we're so quick to base our judgment on how we're feeling now. Like, it's not an overall picture of like what happened to me 6 months ago or 10 months ago or 2 years ago, like we're basing all our facts on now. And so if we feel like shit now, we're wondering, what are we doing wrong now? Like, what is it? We're doing everything right. We're drinking the juice. We're drinking the water with lemon. We're doing our melons. We're doing the heavy metal detox smoothies. We're meditating and stuff. And yet still, we're still challenged. And my theory for that, and after listening to what Anthony has spoken to about losing your hair and trauma from months ago, is that because I did go through that stuff, I literally, in my heart of heart, know that I'm feeling the wrath of that now. And I'll tell you why. Because one of the things that I've really noticed was my adrenals. I have low energy, like really low energy. And sometimes I go through these lulls where I'm like riding hard, good, happy, go. And then all of a sudden I just crash and my body just tells me not to do anything. And that's an adrenal issue. And also I got a whole bunch more gray hairs, like a lot. And it was just a sign that over the last like 3 months, because of moving and like 4 or 5 months, it's been a lot, that my body is just really tired. And it's just doing its thing where it caught up with me. And I was having trouble. I felt really fatigued. I was feeling sick to my stomach. I was just feeling drained. And it was almost like I was going through the energy of what it was like when I was going through some trauma about 5 months ago, 5 months ago. And I almost had this pit in my stomach. It didn't feel good. And what I realized was that I think that I was clearing that stuff out. So I was clearing the energy of the trauma. And I just came to this realization yesterday. And I finally started moving my body more. I was doing yoga. I was rebounding, but that to me isn't totally moving my body. But I was doing more yoga and getting really in tune with my breath. And I was paying attention deeper than I've ever paid attention to. I was going into yoga and doing postures, and instead of like muscling through things, I was sitting in them and I was breathing and I was listening to what needed to be released and what was tight and where my resistance was, where I was holding on to the energy, and it was all internal. I'd noticed that I had been holding in my stomach, like I'd been tightening my stomach, almost as if a feeling of like you've got an uneasy feeling, like you're nervous or something, like you have this bad feeling in your stomach. And just over the past few days, I've just been really releasing it. And I've been feeling so much better. And the thing that's really important that I want to share with you guys is that just because we're doing all the stuff, the physical stuff, the nutritional stuff, the mindful stuff, all that stuff, and we're not healing, we can't, like, or we don't think we're healing, we can't beat ourselves up because of that. Like, we can't take everything, like, can't take it personally, because we're not, we need to stop living day to day. We need to be living as in our breath and like as a whole, as like we're just moving through things. We're getting rid of things. We're moving out, like out resistance, and sometimes, like without contrast, we don't know what that feels like. And so in order to, I'm not saying we have to feel shitty our lives in order to feel good, but that's how we know what the difference is. And for me, my experience, really just listening and tuning in and breathing and doing way more meditations, but this yoga has really invoked this energy out of me. And I feel like a totally different person. And I was feeling a little bummed out because during the intuitive cleanse, I wasn't feeling like incredible, and I wasn't feeling like super excited. And sometimes I didn't really want to share that, but it's okay. Like, we can feel shitty sometimes, and if we just keep doing the work and stay out of our heads and not go down this vicious cycle of what am I doing wrong? Why aren't I feeling better? How come I'm not getting better? I'm doing everything right. Like, this isn't working. Like, I'm just feeling tired and I want to sleep, or, you know, just drained, or you don't want to be around people, or whatever it is. You know, it's okay to feel like that. It really is. And it's okay. It's okay to be not okay. You know, we're not perfect, and we're not, you know, we're not like, we have problems. Like, everybody has problems. We all have our own shit. We've got stuff going on. Everybody's got their own thing, walking in their own shoes, and it's okay, you know? And the important thing to remember is that we just need to be gentle on ourselves. We need to love ourselves more and accept what's going on, because when we're not accepting, we're resisting. And I was doing so much resisting over the past like 3 weeks. I was just like, I don't know why this is happening, what's going on, I'm feeling this, I'm feeling that. For like a few days during the cleanse, I was feeling great, and then I felt really shitty, and I was moving stuff out. Like, that's all it was. And I was in my head about it, and I was a little stressed out about it, and I'm pretty good about trying to be mindful and not have it affect me so heavily. But yeah, it's just really important to be gentle on ourselves. Really just give a light heart, and we're not going to die today, and we don't have to worry about tomorrow, because it's all about breathing and listening and knowing that some things can affect us through, like, some things that I know some people that have worked on their healing now, going through any type of detoxing, that are experiencing detoxing from when they were a child. And so they're letting go of all this energy, and you can be wondering like why you're feeling so crappy, because there's resistance. We need to let go of the resistance and just allow it. Allow the movement, allow us to feel shitty, allow us to feel not so great, because it's okay. It really is okay. And I keep saying the same thing over and over again, and I'm going to keep saying it, and I probably sound like a broken record because I went through it. I've been there, I've done that. And I know that everybody's got their own stuff. People are going through their own shit. And we just need to be lighthearted, and we need to be kind, and we need to find things that make us happy. And you can celebrate the pain that you go through. So I went through these 3 weeks of, month and a half to 3 weeks of like tough releasing. And it was tough because I was resisting. And now that I'm through this, I want to celebrate. Like, I need to go and celebrate this releasing of these toxins and the releasing of this energy that I went through. And I need to celebrate the fact that I've just gone through it, and I'm on to a new chapter. I'm heading into something new that is going to be brighter and bigger and better and fulfilling and abundant. And if I can let go of that, I can move on to the next thing now. And that's just it. Is like, it's constant. We're always changing. We're always moving on to something else. We're going to go up and we're going to go down, and we're going to go up and we're going to go down, but we're going to try and be like in this middle point. But as long as you're okay with going up and you're okay with going down, and knowing that going up and going down are just teachers. It's all a teaching. It's just a lesson. It's just, how bad do you want to resist going down? Do you want to resist that part of going down, or can you let go of it and appreciate it and say, okay, thank you for showing up, and now I'm ready to go to the other side? I wish I had gone through it a little quicker, but it's just my journey, and that's just the way I'm processing it right now, and I'm going to try and make new choices in the future. But just accepting it, just being okay with being not good. That's so important. It's crucial in any type of chronic illness, is knowing that right here in this moment right now, it's okay. And just being here right now, everything is okay. Like, in this second right now. I keep saying it because it's like right here. We don't have to worry about the past, and we don't have to worry about the future. So knowing that this is a whole life sort of long transition, and we're just going through experiences, and enjoy the journey. And that's all I wanted to talk about. And I'm just hoping that I'm going to restore my adrenals again, and this gray hair is going to go away. And if it doesn't, then it just is what it is. It's just part of me, and I'm okay with that. So I hope that this message helps you guys. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them down below. And have a wonderful day, and be kind, and be gentle, and love yourself. Bye.